Hi, everyone. Today we are talking about our tax year 2020 and what kind of changes we are expecting and what kind of benefit we have with regard to COVID. And for that, we have with us Hakim Ghulam. He is the managing partner with CPA firm. Welcome, Ghulam. Hakim, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
What type of support is available for individuals and small businesses from federal government because of COVID?
So there are a couple of things. A lot of programs are rolled down by the federal government for individuals, people with disabilities, senior people, and indigenous people. So for the individual, they have rolled down CERB payment. I think majority of us we are aware of that was $2,000 monthly, and the people have been getting it. And then there was different program for the students and graduates. So government was giving money to them as well. And the people who got sick, they are getting even sickness benefit. And also they have initiated some program for the mortgage deferral for people who are having difficulties because of pandemic issues affecting their jobs, or their businesses, jobs mainly. And for the people who have disability, they have given them $600 on average. And for students, they have rolled down different programs. On the other side, on the business side, they have been quite a reasonable, I would say, benefit. One of them was, which a lot of business have availed it also, but that was Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. So this program, it started from March 2020, and 75% of your payroll was being reimbursed back by the government, federal government, subject to you meet certain criteria. So what government has asked you that you compare your revenue of January, February, which is pre-COVID revenue, with, let's say, March, April, May, June, July onward. And if you have your business was significantly affected, which was 15%, and then they said 30% affected, so you get 75% of your all payroll back. On the other side, recently, you can say from August onward, they have changed the program, and now the maximum payroll claim can be 65% of the total payroll. Again, subject to different formulas and conditions the government has imposed. And others, they have rolled down program, which is emergency rent assistance program, which is working in line with Canada Emergency Wage Benefit. So if you're eligible for CEWS, so you are eligible for rent assistance as well. However, having said that, only a couple of expenses are allowed in a rent assistance. Number one, you can claim insurance, property taxes, interest on your mortgage, and rent you have paid it. So whatever your decline in revenue percentage in respective month, they compare it, like I mentioned earlier, either you compare it with January, February revenue, or you compare it with your prior year. It's up to you. You have to choose a method and you follow that method continuously. So whatever your decline in revenue, you will sum up all these expenses and then you multiply it with the decline in revenue. And they also give a factor of 80%. So there's two at the same time program working, CEWS and then CERS, you can say, programs. A couple of other programs which they have given, like employer work sharing program, which is still in existence. And also there was, new job and youth program they initiated. And also they given, extension of layoffs. So people who have been, you can recall people who has been laid off. So government has also extended some time. So basically the employer can get benefit. Co-op program are still in existence. In certain program, you can get 75% of your, new employee, you can claim it back. Their payroll, you can claim it back. Those programs are still in place. So quite a lot of different federal programs was initiated just to support the Canadian business. So the things keep going on. So government has, I would say, invested a lot of funds in these federal programs.
I also read that government was giving 40,000 low interest or interest-free loan, and then they increased it to 60,000. Will this loan be included in your income, or some kind of interest will be included in your income?
So very good question. So on the, which is called CBA loan. CBA loan, the government has given to the businesses. There are two stream in this loan. So one is that companies or the businesses having payroll 20,000 or more, so they can claim that CBA loan of 40,000. And there is a program for the companies or businesses who have a payroll below 20,000 or even no payroll. So they can also claim that loan of 40,000, which is interest-free loan. So government has decided that 25% of that loan is forgivable. It's a grant if you pay that loan back by December 2022, right? However, just recently, a couple of weeks ago, government has again, announced that you can take 20,000 more loan out of that. And also some portion of that loan is also, it will be forgivable. And at the moment, it's a very simple process. If you have already got the 40,000 loan, you go into your banking channel or your banking platform, and there's a couple of, 3-4 steps you have to follow. You submit it, and the government is going to decide whether you as a business eligible for this 20,000 additional loan. So your total loan will be 60,000 in total.
So if we are talking
it is an interest-free loan till December 2022. It's an interest-free loan, and after that, government will give you an option that you can, it will be interest-based and based on whatever the market rate at that time, and you can, carry it on for next 5 years.
So those are the benefits for the small or large businesses. What about the employees? What kind of benefits they are getting, like because of COVID?
So there, just couple of days ago, the CRA or the government has announced, because at the moment, millions of Canadians are working from home, right? All of millions and millions are working from home. So they said, if a person will spend $400 related to, like working from home related expenses, and if they do not have any receipt, they will not be off. So they can claim expenses up to $400 without any receipt. Having said that, on the other side, if they are there are other expenses, but you have to justify those. Let's say parking expenses, right? So majority of us, we are working from home, and business and even employees also. So it is expected that the CRA may challenge what kind of parking you are taking, because everybody was working from home, right? And laptop equipment, if you want to buy chair or desk or monitor, you can also claim $500 of $500 of equipment, chairs, desk, and monitor. Anything above that, it will be taxable for you. Vehicle expenses, like it has been in the past. So you have to maintain the log that you travel this much for the purpose of business, and definitely business is allowed. If the business allow, you can claim those expenses also as a employment related expenses. And on other side, you can understand, we are using cell phones, that we are using internet of the home. You can claim it as long as you can justify that these were done for the purpose of employment.
So what about if you're running a business from home, you can charge certain part of your household expenses like utilities and everything to your business, but no employees are working from home like full-time basis. Can they, or will they be able to charge certain utility expenses or some sort of working from home expenses, office expenses?
I think it's a very good question. Like I mentioned earlier, so up to $400, employees can claim expenses. They do not have to produce any receipt for that.
Oh, okay.
So that will be deducted from their income. In addition to that, if anything above 400, they will have to justify it. And so about utilities or phone expenses, if they can justify and they were using for employment, and they can these are not taxable. However, if it's an unreasonable expenses, CRA may challenge it, as it has been doing in the past.
So the people who are getting $2,000 a month, will this $2,000 will be taxable, or it will be just a grant and non-taxable?
Yeah, so that was CARB, like CERB, we call it
Yeah.
CERB. So the people who have got it, it will be their taxable income as of 2020, unless, before the year end closes, government decided something else. But as of today, then what the knowledge and news we have, it is a taxable benefit, and it has to be included in the income of respective person who has received it.
Any major or drastic changes that are expected in 2020 tax submissions that you are aware of as of now?
Last year, like in 2020, when there was a deadline for the corporate and for the individual, when the COVID hit or pandemic happened, the CRA and the federal government, they have decided to give extension to the, individual filing, corporate filing, partnership filing, all those filing, right? As of today, we have not heard anything. The vaccine is already in place, right? And we expect in a couple of months, I hope in Canada, situation will get better. So there may not be any extension in deadlines. And regarding, any other benefit or schemes to be announced by the CRA, we are still a couple of weeks away from the close of the year, and we have not yet heard it from the government. But you never know, right? In a couple of weeks, they may announce something.
Anyway, we'll have, once the CRA finalizes the tax year rules for 2020, we can have a small discussion again and provide. Like, do you guys do like corporate only, or individuals as well, or high net worth? Like, what kind of services you provide?
So we have a very comprehensive services. We have people who are specialists in different area. So we are providing services for the individuals. We are providing services for the small corporation. We are also providing services for the high net worth individual, and we are also providing services for even the larger corporation as well.
So thank you very much, Hakim Ghulam, for your time and your insights. And the viewers, if they have any questions, feel free to reach out directly to Hakim Ghulam at info@gitiprofessionals.com.